Hair is a mess. Hello everyone, Novabug here, back on me bus. And when I'm on me bus, you know that means it's a video response. And this time it's for my good friend Dean, Escape to Gaming, VinnieCorleone62. And he poses a good question, and it's kind of born out of a previous video, well, a video that Lactobacillus Prime did, born out of a video that I did about nostalgia. And he asks, what defines retro gaming for you? So this is a very non-polarizing thing. It's a very personal thing, I think, for everyone, because we all, there's no wrong answer in this. We can all define retro gaming in our own way. Sorry, I've had to change the camera angle because a bus turned up and I had to make a quick jump cut there. Anyway, like I was saying, we can define gaming, retro gaming, for personally differently, because we've all had different experiences when we were growing up during the gaming evolution for ourselves. It's a kind of very unique thing that we're all individual, so we can define it differently. There is an umbrella term, of course, for retro gaming, but for each individual experience there's a different viewpoint. So for me, it's all stemmed in the 8-bit and 16-bit era. It's Amstrad and it's Super Nintendo. They're the two primary systems for me that bring them nostalgic memories, bring them good times back, because those were the two systems that I was running out down at the shops, waiting for the next game to be released, getting them, coming and playing them, getting excited ridiculously and massive when Street Fighter 2 came out on the Super Nintendo. It was the best Christmas morning ever. It was so much fun, and the excitement. Oh god, an arcade game, it's being converted to the Amstrad, it's being converted to the Super Nintendo, and playing it for the first time. Again, I'm playing an arcade game at home, and it's the kind of thing that you can't experience now. And so that is the pin in it for me, is defining retro gaming is the quintessential point. There, it's just, that's it. I can't really say anything else on that. I like to think that there's two ways you can sort of define retro gaming from my personal point of view. And that's not only do we relive our old past glories and memories by playing the games now and getting the systems and collecting and all the kind of stuff, and discussions, debate, and that's all great stuff. But the other thing I think is more important is that we are experiencing new stuff that we kind of missed back then. You're sort of treading ground that you never trod before because you were so wrapped up with your own systems. And me personally, in the Amstrad and the Super Nintendo. I didn't have a Mega Drive back in the day. I didn't have an Atari ST, for example. Friends did, and that's how I got to experience them, but not in the same sort of level as people did growing up. So when I'm hearing stories about people growing up with the Commodore 64, it puts a big smile on my face, because it's the sort of thing, I miss that. So it's nice to hear someone's point of view and how they experienced their retro gaming sort of growth. It's a massive nostalgic value on that, and it's something that you can experience through other people's eyes. So hearing stories about, Dean talks about Commodore 64, and he also makes stories about the cars that he's collected and the value of them and the memories of collecting, the joy he got out of it. And it all stems back from past misadventures, should we say, for all of us, that we cherish now. And that's the beauty of retro gaming, I think, which is something that we hold dear to us. And the fact that we can share new experiences and new stories, we can go back, and now we've got the ability to go and experience these things for ourselves on the recommendation of others. So it's always good. So that's the sort of thing that defines retro gaming. There's the bus, look, distracting me. That's the sort of thing that defines retro gaming for me. That's my viewpoint on it. That's my personal point. But like I said, there's no really wrong answer in this. Everyone has a different view on this, because everyone has a different experience and something that is valued to them in a different way. So yeah, great question. And it's something it's one of those things where we can share it, and we can gel, and we can sort of find kinship in that kind of with each other. But we're all going to be different, and that's that's the brilliant thing about this community, because it's different. There you go, use the word community. Anyway, yeah, cheers. So that was me talking about that. Oh, sorry, I've got my shaky cam now. Look. Oh, the other last thing, while I'm here, because I've waffled on enough this week, I think, is that if you're into your wrestling, your pro wrestling, or your sports entertainment, me and JL76 Gaming are doing a podcast now. Hopefully we're doing it every 2 weeks. That's the plan. But the best, you know what they say about best laid plans? They never usually formulate correctly. Yeah, we're doing a podcast on it, and we've got a channel for it. I'll leave a link in the description box to that. I'll also leave a link in the description box, of course, to Dean's original video. And check them both out, please. If you like your wrestling, check that out. And if you like your retro gaming, of course, check Dean out, because he's a top man. Okay, I'm out of breath. Why am I out of breath? Chin Jim for me, I think. Okay, cheers. Nova Bug out. Coffee time.